How's it going? Welcome to a quick summary of all the competitively viable roles and loadouts in Tribes Ascend. I'm using Katabatic as my example because it's a pretty well balanced map. I'm going to go run through them real quick. I'm not going to go into depth on them, just the surface things. You can watch other tutorials for the more specific things. Okay, so here we go. Real quick because I've got a lot of things to do and I'm going to try and keep this video as short as possible. So we've got the soldier and we are going to start with stand defense. So we are on the Katabatic stand. So your main job as a soldier is to stop the incoming Kappas from grabbing the flag if anyone else fails to do so. So you're basically the last line of defense before the chase is set in. So what you do is very simple. Normally the sniper will spot from which direction the Kappas will be coming from. Just showing you some, well, this is the back, the front route, usually they're going to come from there. Right, so I'll just show real quick. There we go, soldier, we'll be going back here. So the stand defense is basically, so the rifles, the thumper of course, proximity grenade, utility pack, safety third, quick draw. Now the important one there is actually quick draw. The other ones are up for debate, except you don't use a spin fuser and an eagle pistol, you just don't, right? Why? Because there's basically a sequence in getting the guy going for the flag. Let's say he's coming now. First thing you do is shoot, then the proximity grenade, and then on the stand. This is why you need a quick draw, because it's such a quick sequence, okay? You've got 3 shots. The proximity grenade is optional, or maybe when your thumper's reloading because you're dealing with offense, okay? So that's basically it. So from afar, pepper a bit. This is also used, of course, to pepper the offense, because they are going to try and kill you while this is going on. Proximity, and then just switch to the thumper and shoot the stand, try to get there. Now, body blocking is something you can also do. 2 ways really, to go on the exit, which is not really preferable, to try and block the guy coming in as you shoot him. So basically you line up your shot, try and mid-air them, shoot them on the stand, and then body block as an extra, but never go just for the body blocking. Best way to do is to go out in the field and try, while you're shooting, for instance, the body block him going in, that he never even touches the flag. Alright, so of course we have also the Doombringer. Same thing, this guy is also using safety, no, I'm not using safety third, I should actually, on this loadout, doesn't really matter. Quick draw is the important thing here, okay? Because for the same reason, so of course, blah blah, you'll throw down mines, there are very specific locations to do that, don't know them, fuck it. So, again, shoot when coming in, okay? Also good, of course, for clearing the offense. Oh crap, I'm not killing him. Boom, Saber missile. Sorry, Titan, actually. Titan launcher, okay? So very simple, same thing as a thumper really. Boom. That's why this gun is good, alright? And of course, yeah, the force field, but that's going to be down because the first thing to go down in a competitive match is, guess what? Yeah, the generator. So there, that's the Doombringer's role as well. I'm not using super heavy because, well, the body blocking again is optional, okay? A Doombringer is actually rather bad at it because normally he'll be knocked off the stand anyway by the first shot, and also he doesn't really have that much energy to do it. You can do it, but you can't hover as long with the Doombringer. So it's best shoot the fucking stand when you're done chaining. Alright, so that's that. Then we go back to roam defense, which is actually the exact same thing, except this one is not using the quick draw, because it's not really that necessary. I don't know whether I actually think I'm using survivalist or something stupid like that. Roam. Rage and survivalist I'm using on this. Again, quick draw might have been preferred. So, good. Same thing really as stand defense, except you focus primarily on the guys coming to kill the guys on D. Okay, so that might be infiltrators, that might be mostly raiders, so try and kill them, and of course, when everyone's dead, you still have the proximity grenade, and you can still perform the jobs of the standee when necessary, but you will also move further away to clear an HO, a heavy offense guy, which we'll cover later in the offense segment. Okay, so there you go. That is roaming D. You can also do this as a pathfinder, I guess, in some ways, but we'll get to that actually immediately because of chasing. Now, chasing is something that's possible on some maps, okay, and in some situations. When guys are going for the back-to-front route here and going straight out, you cannot chase them. But if they are going for a more cluster style play, which means that the mediums and the guys actually attacking will grab the flag and go out, then you can indeed chase. And that, of course, with the lightweight perk, voila, boom, and you're gone at 200 something. And if for instance, there's a long way around, Kappa's going around there somewhere to return the flag, you can actually make it in time and try and cut him off. Okay, but chasing isn't always a viable thing. The bolt launcher or the dueling spin fuse or whatever you like, and try to get them in the field. Now, midfielding is sort of good when you are, let's say, yeah, go back to the roam guy here, and he's actually out in the field. Midfielding, again, is not a specific real thing. It's just part of the defense to try and meet Kappas coming in or kill Kappas going out. Or, like, for instance, when a sniper actually does his job and kills a guy in midfield, then it's the roaming defense or the chasers that will go out and actually return that flag. That's an important role. And the thing you need to remember also is that these roles can be switched out of. Yeah. So if you're roaming, a roaming defense guy and the flag is out in the field, switch quickly, suicide and switch and go out for that flag. That's a viable thing to do, okay? So roles aren't something, well, at least loadouts aren't something you need to stick to during a match. You can switch them out, all right? Killing yourself, 5 seconds, fine, switch to something real quick and go back. Okay, so then the sniper. Personally, I am, oh, hang on, it's number 2, is it? Yes, indeed. Personally using it quite a lot these days. Now, snipers are, of course, very important in this game. Simply because of broken maps, basically, because of the back-to-front routes, there's the only chance a sniper has to spot him. That's the primary goal of snipers, spotting, okay? You will see the little dots go over the map there, setting up their route, going in there, and then eventually on Katabatic, for instance, go over here and float through there and go out again for the back-to-front route, or just a front route and going around the way. So your point is, of course, I can't do this, but use the Alt button to spot guys as they are flying. Also, of course, when the defense having a rough time, to snipe out the offense coming in. All right, so I'm using the phase rifle with the 2 capacitor things. I'm using the T5 grenades to defend myself because I am rather a target of infiltrators. You will need to deal with them a lot. And the phase rifle, because I think, well, it suits my play style better because I'm more of a twitch shooter. So I want to like zoom and scope and shoot, you know. A much better play for me. And of course the Falcon, there is no other option, okay? You're going to be playing against raiders with shield packs, so an overpowered gun is nice to have, that you might actually have a chance. When you've got the grenade on them and you shoot them, and then maybe snipe them out again, you can actually take out a sniper instead of just suiciding. Right, so locations, of course, the back hill there, top of the tower there, on the other side, same thing. You need to find the locations and, of course, adapt your location towards the routes most used by the Kappas coming in. Right, so offense. Then we have, of course, first of all, the Kappas. Kappas will set up routes. I'm not going to do that now because that's going to take too long. Yeah, so Kappas set up their routes. Very important for a Kappa is, of course, to know your routes. Know at least 3 routes. Well, the thing is, if you're starting competition and you want to cap, okay, start off with knowing at least 2 routes per side. You can practice this in roam mode like I'm doing right now, or play on publics, okay? Capping is a very dangerous thing. With sniping as well. Sniping is something you need to be able to do, like with the spotting and stuff, because it's such a critical role. Sniping is the be-all and end-all of defense for most of the maps right now, especially if you're playing against a good capper or a good offense. Cap is the same thing. You guys dominate the game. If you are bad, then it's going to probably take a team to have 2 cappers that are mediocre, okay? So your goal is to at least have, if you want to be a good capper, 3 routes per side per map, okay? Don't worry, not all the maps are played. Like Katabatic is an important one. Crossfire are easy. Drydock is also pretty easy. Arx Naveen is a bit harder. So those are the maps basically being played right now, okay? Well, hopefully there's a patch now a couple of days after I post this, and Stonehenge, who knows, even Temple Ruins might be viable. Ha 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 ha. Alright, so offense. Raider. Raider. I've got a couple of variation of this one, so let's just go over. Raiders, of course, with the shield pack, with the EMP grenades. Cluster grenades aren't that good, and whiteouts are banned for obvious reasons because they're just too damn good, right? Little trick you can do is, well, there you go. So rocket jump on the grenade, basically give you a little bit of a boost. I'm actually going to be shot out here for a second if I don't watch out. Yes, indeed. Hang on for a second when I show you the classes. So Raider, I've got the NJ4, which is reach and survivalist, reach for returns, critical crashing and all that kind of thing, and e-grabbing. Reach and survival. So you can go for quick draw as well, but survivalist will allow you, if you're careful, if you're going for the sniper, for instance, that's why I've got it now, kill the sniper, pick up his little cookie, and keep murdering on a long basis. All right. So what you want to do as a raid is actually very simple. There's a couple of stages. With a kappa, one thing I want to also note, of course, very important to go back to the kappa real quick because I forgot that, sorry. Call out times. 25, 15, grabbing. This is critical for kappas because the offense is waiting to throw their lives on the line. Because on 15, for instance, or maybe even 25, offense will go in, all right? First of all, of course, try to take out the sniper there. I'm doing a crap job of it, but oh well, because I'm just illustrating. And of course, pepper the stand to try and get the stand defense a little occupied, clear mines, claymores, whatever. Okay, this is just an example, people. And then, of course, 15 or 5, start moving in and try to finish off the remainder of the offense, of the defense, sorry. Okay, and then move back away again when the grab is done. Either follow the kappa or set up for a possible return of the other kappa, e-grab style, and all that kind of thing. So, and wait, and then, of course, murder the sniper again, which is always fun for the entire family. Loadout wise, so the NJ5, I have 2 loadouts because it really depends on what day it is, whether or not I'm good at something. Sometimes I just can't hit anything with the NJ5, which is of course the better gun. You should use that. Okay, so that's offense on the Raider. You can also, of course, soldier offense. Same thing with the Roam, really. Thumpers, proxy grenades. It's all the same thing to murder people with. Not as common, but it's certainly possible. We also have, of course, the LO, which can consist of the Pathfinders, basically Pathfinders who've broken off. If you're playing 2 cappers, for instance, breaking off from capping to play O, or just a very quick kill for the sniper. It is possible you can do this. Or, of course, during standoffs, very important to return the flag, but we'll get to that later. Then, of course, very important light offense, which is the Infiltrator. More and more. Also, primary goal, take down the generators at the start of the map, which is something the Raider can also do. Why take down the generators? For the base turrets, that can actually be irritating. And, of course, to prevent strikes from going up in the long run. Well, to demand a repair before that happens, because of course generators don't repair in competition matches. Infiltrators' main goal is to kill snipers, and then of course be very annoying with sticky grenades. Also, when a standoff has occurred, to of course use Sonic Punch to return to stealth, and then Sonic Punch the flag and return. Okay, this is very important, and the Infiltrator is becoming more and more of a standard role in today's meta. Okay, then we have a very fun role, of course, which is the HO, the heavy offense. Okay, so yeah, you see how irritating the turrets can actually be for HO, for instance. His main goal is, of course, to be an annoying fucker. We have classes. Voila. So I've got the Lux Mortar, safety third, quick draw, safety third, quick draw in the Merv, quick draw again. Why quick draw? Because there's a fun little thing. People will come and kill you. The roaming defense, okay? Which is already you are doing your job. Now, something very fun about using the quick draw thing, for instance, especially if you're moving in closer, which some HOs do eventually. Of course, we are using this weapon here because it's the only one you're going to be using. Now, quick little trick for all weapons with the Juggernaut. Shoot, all right? Look very carefully when that smoke is cleared. So shoot, quick draw, continue shooting. The smoke is cleared, you can shoot again. All right, so let's try that again. Shoot, continue killing whoever. Smoke is cleared, shoot, and back to shooting again. So if you can combine this with an actual long-range shot, that's awesome, right? you can really be a pain in the neck. Let's see, we can also, of course, use the Merv, same principle. Also, you of course use the discs because they're awesome. Voila, okay, good. So that's why we use a quick draw, because people will be coming to kill you, and that gives you a minimum amount of downtime. Okay, good. So that was HO. And now let's just go back home for standoffs. Standoffs is basically when both flags are gone, and yeah, you need to evacuate the base. Now, for offense, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be raiders, it's going to be pathfinders with concussion grenades, with nitrons, and it's going to be infiltrators trying to backstab the guy holding the flag with sonic punch, which will of course drop the flag and most times instantly return it. So what do we do on defense? Well, it changes up quite a bit. Okay, so on standoffs, cap has become offense for the nitrons and everything. On defense, you still have our dear friend the roaming and the stand soldier, who will then move, in Katabatic's case, move away from the stand. Here on Arcs there's something similar, where you move to the vehicle pad. On Crossfire you'll move to the back hills or the back of the base, and on Drydock you will move to the back hills or again the back of the base. Okay, so Stand D will then probably hold the flag. Survivalist is very cool to have here on a loadout. So yeah, for instance. But very important is of course the Doombringer as well can also be here, you know. But a change that you will see sometimes is a offense player switching gear and then using the jammer. So I'm using the Arcsbuster. The Arcsbuster is better as well, a little more friendly to snuff out guys coming in, all right, like infiltrators if you don't have any energy anymore. Much more direct than the grenade launcher. But of course that jammer pack is very important to find the enemy infiltrators, because more often than not the return will be done by these guys. So jammer pack, very important to have there. And then we have it, there you go. That's a very quick introduction to all the roles that are viable and playable. Sorry brutes, sorry technicians, you are gimmick classes, but I'm not going to cover you, all right? So in standoffs, if the generator's up, the technicians fly the shrikes, you know. I'm not going to cover that as well because, well, like I said, it's a basic guide. But shrikes, of course, can be roaming D, can be swapped to shrikes, or offense, light offense players can also do that because they can be properly annoying to snipers as well. So there you go. Not going to show that. This is it. Thanks for watching. Hope it was helpful. Bye bye.